Donnie.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Y'all, everybody, when we filmed this house, everybody said, y'all got to keep track of that one. Y'all got to keep track of that one. We want to see it when it gets done. We want to see it. We want to see it. This thing's getting close.
All right, so this is that big double wide that we said was very fancy-fied. This is from the 90s. And
Harbor or something? Is that what everybody said it was?
I don't know. But it's the one with the stone fireplace in it and the big old one. And we said that it was probably a really nice one back when it was built, but it was destroyed. Well, they have slowly been working on it. We're at a undisclosed location.
Undisclosed.
Nobody knows where we're at.
Nobody.
And this place drags these things in. A lot of times they're in bad shape, and they fix them up. They've got is that a fire alarm going off that we keep hearing? There's a chirp in the background. Anyway, they fix these things up and then they resell them. So this place is packed. They've got tons of them. They're actually a little low right now, but they've got all kinds of old mobile homes here. But this one is kind of like, you used to call it the Cadillac, the top end. You know, I know a Cadillac isn't really the top end anymore.
Mahal.
Yeah, this is the Taj Mahal of mobile homes, of trailers. So we're going to go in it and see what work they've done to it. What do you think about that? So we'll walk around and talk about what we remember of it and see what all's been done on the outside. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you, let me walk back. Now, all of this is relative, people. So we're not saying, oh, this is the nicest house we've ever seen. We're just saying it's a mobile home. For a mobile home, it's pretty nice. So the first thing they've done is they put all new shingles on it.
It used to have... well, this side didn't have nothing, but the other side had green tin.
Like half of it had green tin and the other side didn't. So I don't know. Now, if you look over those two little bump outs there on the front, see how the shingles are red? So that was probably the original color on all of it. But they've put new shingles on it. You see the wave and the roof. To me, I mean, they've got it all blocked up, so I suppose it's level. But to me, like, that kind of stuff is just crazy.
I don't think the halves are perfect yet. But that shouldn't be a waste.
So anyway, they've been working on it. We're going to go in it and check out and see what kind of shape they got it in. They've got steps on it, which means they're showing it to people, and somebody's probably going to buy it pretty soon if they can afford it. They're probably going to want a lot of money for this thing, even though it's obviously still going to have tons of issues.
It's close.
Oh yeah, where it's married together there. Yeah, whenever we went in it before, the walls didn't line up, so they must have moved it, right?
Must have jacked that one side up.
I think when we went in at first, it wasn't all the way together. There were parts of it we didn't even go into.
There's the tin that was on it.
Yeah, there's some of the tin that was on the roof. We'll put that video at the end of this one so you can see the shape that it was in before. And maybe we'll edit a little bit of it in. Actually, Donnie, let me do that while we're standing here. We've probably got a little bit of a video showing the back of it here.
The problem is that other house was real close here. I don't know how good of a video we got.
This is what it looks like now. Let me show you what it looked like before. Let me show you on this end. There's something really interesting over here. I want somebody to explain it to me. Now, if you look up top, metal roof all the way down. So they have added that over the original shingles.
Yep.
What year did I say?
95.
95. All right, so look at this peculiar thing down here. This is an interesting design choice. Donnie?
Yes.
Explain that to me. What am I seeing here? Why would they do it that way?
I don't know what that is. If the kitchen's right there, they're passing food out to the deck. No, you don't believe
Maybe. I mean, yeah, you got a good point. That's the back door, so you could put a deck right there. My whole thought was, you've got those, I mean, you're just begging for water to rot out the floor.
But it's plywood. This one's probably going to be good because it's got plywood.
I wonder if it's marine grade plywood.
No, because it's rubber. But it is plywood.
Looks like they made a spot to catch water.
They made a spot for a beehive, too.
Well, you know, you're going to have overhangs on the end and everything. I mean, you already got that up there. Another thing is, look how deep the windows are. Like, all of the windows, they're double pane, but they're like, we've had some like that though, haven't we?
3 inches. I don't know if we've had them that far.
All right.
Tell the ridge up there ain't perfect yet.
That ridge up there, they've just got shingles laying over it because they're not leaving it here permanently. They're going to take this thing and transport it. So they need to leave it where they can still take it apart easily.
We was talking about this little thing, remember, right here at the back door, and I said that's where people slide food out the window.
I don't remember that, but I don't doubt it.
Right here, you look. You said, well, why do they got them windows right there in this little thing here?
Yeah.
Right here. And I said, hell, that's for them to slide food out the window. The deck was right here.
So, you know, this just seems strange to me. And obviously, they're not fixing everything. What this place does is they try to get it
where you can see the vision.
Yeah, they're trying to show you the vision. So if you don't know about the vision,
look up the vision.
I work on my channel. I work on old stuff all the time, and whenever you get the stuff, it's a piece of junk. Like, it doesn't work right. It's rotted. It's kind of like this mobile home. But the stuff I work on usually, Donnie, was built well in the first place. This one, maybe not so much.
It's got plywood on it.
Yeah, it does have plywood. So like, I'll work on an old radio or an old arcade game. A lot of times you can buy that stuff real cheap because the people that look at it, they don't see the vision. They don't see how that thing could ever be good again. So what they're doing is whenever we went in this thing at first, even we didn't see much vision. We're looking at it going, good Lord, this thing is destroyed, you know? But the place this place that sells these, they're saying, oh no, hell, it's still, you could save that. So what they've done is they've fixed up some of the biggest problems to get it to the point where now you can see the vision, like Donnie said.
The vision is easy. Where
you can say, oh yeah, I can see how you could fix that. So here on the end, look how they put the termination strip there, Donnie.
Yeah, that is weird.
So I guess maybe you could put like vertical there or something different, like some kind of design or something. There's a problem whenever you finish them on the end, you know, like if you look at some of these other ones, this one here, they just cut in half. So you're gonna have to put like a piece of trim over it. But this one, if you look, they removed the siding, and it will, if you stagger it in there, it'll hide that seam, right? Well, on this one, they have actually accented the seam where you can see it.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess they put that plastic over it, that makes it watertight. And then they put that aluminum over it, and then they put whatever. So
it's just sitting here until somebody has it hauled to their home. Now, the price on this thing is probably through the roof. And again, it's all relative, people. If you see this and you go, you got to be kidding me, it's just how this place does it. They do rent to own and things like that. And on a single wide that's in rough shape, usually they want about $25,000 plus install. So it costs, it's a considerable cost to install it. Well, this is a double wide, and it's kind of a higher end double wide originally. Donnie, talk about that little bump out there.
The
one on the right there.
One of them was falling off.
I think it was the one on the right was falling off. Let me show you a little bit of that. They have somehow got that back straight. 1995. We'll guess 1995. We'll figure out on the inside. So it's got this double bump out, but look at the shingles up above it. They're damaged. Not that big of a deal. You also see damage down below here. Lots of, it looks like water damage, almost like it was flooded maybe.
Did the mice live in this one or that one?
I don't know. Or the one that was there before it. And then I'm gonna back up and show you the roof. The roof is having an identity crisis.
Yeah, that thing, that's it for Mike, not for Mike.
Now keep in mind, when they move them, they have to take them apart. There's two sides. So you got to separate the top in the middle, and then you got to separate each end in the middle, and you got to separate the bottom in the middle. But look at the top of this thing. Now here's the interesting part. See the green? That's because there's a metal roof on that end of the house. But on this end of the house, there's still shingles. So it's almost like, it's like they replaced it.
What if they lost it going down the road?
Do what?
What if they lost it going down the road?
It could have been. I mean,
man, I could have got some free tin if I was behind it.
That end down there's got tin on it. This end does not. So it could be they were going down the road and the tin blew off. So they've straightened that up. That certainly was one of the worst parts of it. You know, the part of the house that looked like it was falling off. I don't think they've done anything else on the outside, though.
I think they put a new kick plate on.
I'm sure that those shingles, you know, that was a little bit of a job. We've been looking. We just had a roof done, and shingles are about wasn't it like $100 a square now? $90 a square?
Just to buy the shingles?
Yeah, it's like $90 a square to buy shingles, something like that.
Maybe a little more, maybe 110, 115.
Yeah. So, you know, they've got it's a considerable expense for them to put a new roof on it. But, of course, it needed it. They must have decided that nobody was going to buy it unless they did that. You've still got stuff like this. I mean, it's pretty beat. Yeah, the old...
Okay.
All right, so we're going in the front door this time. Last time we went in the back door. Lucy! All right, so it smells like paint. There's no odor, there's no bad odor at all.
Nope. This had carpet in it last time, I think.
Did it?
I think it did.
I think we came in it from here. And yeah, here's the carpet. So let me show you what this looked like before. A lot of money for a mobile home.
2x6 floor joists in it. 2-4 wall. True 2x.
Yeah, those are true 2x. Yeah. So this is built better than most of them. And again, with the plywood. And here we are in.
Guess this would be
What the heck is this?
Living room, den.
It's like a living room, dining room, den, and a kitchen nook. Sometimes whenever they design these, they actually have a lot of room, you know. Once you build them as two long tubes, whenever you put them together, you got extra stuff. Stuff like this always kind of interested me too. Oh, it's just up that high. Never mind. I was going to say how the door doesn't line up, but it's the way they've got it sitting. Well, no, that's probably built in like that, isn't it? Yeah. Where there's a step down. Oh, that ends pretty much flush, and then it just graduates as we go. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I guess this is the living room with another bump out that hasn't fallen out yet.
It's starting to.
Long term, these things are problems for people. Once they get old and you move them, you're running into issues. All right, now if you see the ceiling, they've completely repainted it.
Re-popcorned it too.
Yeah, they actually put popcorn back up on it, which is a little bit of a deal. So we're kind of going backwards from how we came in before. But here is the dining room. It's the same paint. I like how they kind of decided to not use their white paint they usually use.
Yep.
Or what color is it? It's like a tan they usually do.
Tannish color.
Now I know what you're thinking. Boy, that's a horrible paint job. It is, but it at least makes it look cleaner than it did. You know. So same thing. They have sprayed the ceiling. Now they didn't get all the popcorn right. Maybe they didn't popcorn all of it. Maybe just some of it. And you can see here on the floor, there's a big mess, but this is all...
That's like pergo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can see it over there, pergo.
But this is what the dining room looks like now. Somebody is going to see this as, wow, this is pretty nice.
Let me refresh my memory here on what this thing was. I think we looked and we couldn't find it last time. So 95, 10 of 95.
Which might be a 96. So this is the paint that they usually paint them in. It's like this kind of grayish tan looking stuff. So they have repainted this, and they even went out of their way to tape off the breaker door. They don't always do that. So this room's pretty clean. This is how we came in before, through the back door. And then it had this big old school 90s kitchen in it.
It don't tell me nothing. Manufacturer name and serial. It don't tell me who the manufacturer is.
They have repainted the ceiling here too. You can see though that they didn't fix the popcorn in all the places. It looks like they did some, but some they didn't. I don't know. And here just to prove that they've been popcorning around. They got it all over the globe. This stuff's probably laying here. Don't is there popcorn laying here?
Miller Highlight.
We came by a couple weeks ago and looked in the window, and they had it all bagged off and everything where they were in here spraying.
Well, you can tell right there they sprayed it. All you got to do is show them that.
Yeah.
You can tell.
And so they have ripped out all of this old wood that was underneath the sink. So the sink was falling apart, I guess, from leaks, which is very common in these. And they fixed that up. This place is good, Donnie, about kind of quickly repairing things, but they're not very good about cleaning up or anything.
No.
I guess things a mess, and they could clean this up real quick. But like he said, they're just trying to show you what the house could look like, I guess, and trying to get rid of some of the obvious stuff. So here's what you probably want to see.
Boom.
They have fixed that living room to where you can't really tell that.
I can see a little seam there where they put a piece in, but that's because I know it's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
There's a seam right here.
Yeah. So let me go back and show you what that looked like before. They've had some serious issues. But there is a stone fireplace. Now, Donnie, I'm going to say somebody added that. The fireplace may have been there, but the stone in front of it looks to me, it's not done all that great.
I think that's all original.
I think they may have covered up what was there first. I don't know. Maybe. What do y'all think? It doesn't.
Well, maybe that stone down there.
It's not done quite right. I think there was something else there and they covered it with that stone. Now the actual fireplace on the wall, maybe that's original. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they've made mobile homes with stone fireplaces in them. Big old built-in cabinets that match the cabinets in the kitchen, so that's probably original. On both sides, that side had, or both sides, I guess, were maybe not, but that side had glass doors, a curio cabinet or whatever. So as you can see, that was kind of the worst part of the home. That was the part that anybody that walked in here would go, oh, hell no. But now, you don't even know it was there.
That cabinet's gone. I think it's right here. Oh,
yeah, there was something going on there. Yeah. So they've been spraying some ceiling texture up. There's their paint. What kind of paint is that, Donnie? You're the paint man. Cheap?
PPG.
PPG, yo, that's not cheap, is it?
Eggshell.
Porter, eggshell, silken touch. So they've decided they wanted to spend some money on this one. I don't know what they paid our repair guys, but they've got some handymen here, obviously on the lot that fix up stuff. But they make the biggest mess. I mean, look at all the crap on the walls and stuff now. All right, Donnie, let's go into those. See if they've done anything in those bedrooms.
Remember we said?
Oh yeah,
we said something about
look at this.
That. It's pushing through.
So the serious issue there. I mean, that's crazy. But it must not be structural.
Yeah, I think all this got waterlogged and it come down a little bit.
Yeah. And we didn't mention it in this video yet, but we do not work for these people. We don't care if you buy this or not. These people are they just have a really interesting business here, and they've got a whole lot full of old mobile homes. So we just like coming here and checking them out.
Yeah, if we wanted to buy this, we damn sure would show you them other videos.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so here is the part that was falling out. So I believe I have, was it this side or that side?
I think it was this side.
You thought it was that side? All right, well, we'll show you whatever side it was, and then you can see how it looks now. Whenever I walk through these, I see like To me, what I'm looking at is how they were. Like, so I'm trying to look at how this thing was in 1995 when it was no doubt made.
Look at that wall, Ron. Is that just me or that? Oh, that wall's trying to fall out of here.
Yeah, it's basically falling out. You can tell from the outside too. So if you see over there, show them on the corner there, Donnie. See on the edge there? See at the bottom it's connected, on the top it's not. So they've had some issues moving this thing. This probably happened during transport. I call these the Graceland windows. If you look at pictures of Graceland or a video of Graceland, there's actually a much nicer setup like that where there's windows, stained glass windows in one room. We don't have while we're here, we don't have the privilege of knowing what the video was like. Yeah, it was one of these sides. I can't remember. Okay.
I wouldn't even walk off in here though.
Yeah, last time Donnie wouldn't even go in there. And didn't it stink?
Yeah, it stunk.
Getting rid of the carpet, if that's what they did, I'm sure helped a lot. You know, also that step, I thought at the time was where it was mismatched because of this. And maybe it is. I don't know. Look at that. That's strange.
That's where it's down so low up high too.
Is it?
You notice the corners was right and the middle was off?
Yeah.
I think this whole thing needs to be jacked up right there in the middle.
So yeah, it's like this part is low, I think. Surely they wouldn't design a step there. I mean, they could have, but then why would they design that to be lower too? I think it's
that a
mismatch.
To be 6 foot.
Yeah, you're right. There's no way. Yeah. All right, so this bedroom got the cheapo paint treatment.
That's the color they normally put in.
Yeah. But if you look above the door there, it looks like they sprayed the ceiling in here too. Oh, but that may just be paint though. That may not be popcorn in here. Same thing in here.
That's popcorn there, for sure. I think all this was pretty rough.
I remember this. I remember the stovepipe being back there. Let me see what the bathroom looks like.
It had carpet in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were knocking on how it had carpet in it, but you know that's a usable bathroom now. So they're not trying to make it perfect. They're trying to make it where you come in here now and you go, oh man, it needs carpet. Paint. I might repaint these walls. But before, when you came in here, you were like, oh my God, I'm gonna get gonorrhea. Okay, so we're into the master bedroom. This looks very presentable now, actually.
Double his and hers.
Painted the ceiling again. Ripped up the carpet. I noticed this in my house actually. If you look on the roof, that's actually bowed down on the ceiling. Like it's lower where that fan or light would have been. It's kind of bowed, and they do that. What happens is they don't glue that stuff up like they're supposed to. They just put nails in it or something, and it starts dropping over time. And then in a mobile home, you're moving it so things twist and it gets all crazy.
Full mirrors.
Didn't this before we wouldn't even go in here or something?
No, it do, and it was falling to the floor.
I think you told me, man, don't even go in that master bedroom. It's bad.
Breathe in here. Get out of here, it's in the bottom.
But they have cleaned it all up.
See this? See how this is level and that?
Yeah.
It's starting to dip.
You'd think whenever they started working on it, they would have went and just leveled it up a little better. I guess they don't. I guess they just don't care till they're getting it where it goes. And it has the big. Is that called a Cinderella tub? I've heard people mention that before, but I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I would call it a garden tub.
That one's bigger than the garden tubs, though.
Maybe that's a jacuzzi. It don't have water jets in it, though.
Go ahead and climb in, Donnie.
No thanks.
Not on this one.
I might fall through that damn thing.
All right. Well, let me show you what this one looked like before. I don't think we actually went in.
I don't think we did either. I was standing out there.
I think I stood here and just looked in. So this is the condition that it was in before. A lot of mold. The ceiling has caved in there. There is another skylight there above the bathtub. Big old garden tub. with carpet on the side of it. You see the access panel there in the front so that you can get to the plumbing if you need to. Little tiny toilet. Big old bathroom with all kinds of room in it. Stand-up shower. So yeah, this was a 3-bedroom house with extra room. They could have put 2 more bedrooms in here because they've got 2 living rooms and 2 dining rooms.
Yeah, this is probably 2,300 square feet.
Yeah, this is a big old house. So that's what they've done. What do you think? What do you think, folks?
Yo, give us a thumbs up for filming. Subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already, and we'll catch you on the next one.
So I'll show you the whole video that we filmed before of this one. You can check it out right here. See you on the next one.